Dark Star Frequency series, episode 4, brought us to the banks of the Tigris, where Daniel encountered the Radiant Man, a figure whose appearance collapsed Daniel's strength and whose message revealed a hidden war between spiritual forces. We learned of the Prince of Persia resisting the messenger for 21 days until Michael intervened, and we traced the prophecy of kings of the north and south through cycles of conflict. Now, the vision comes to its conclusion in Daniel 12. Here we meet some of the most debated and mysterious statements in the prophetic canon: the declaration of a time of trouble, the promise of deliverance and resurrection, the command to seal the book, and the cryptic mention of 5290 and 1335 days and nights. And Daniel 12 opens, "And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation." At that time links directly back to the events of Daniel 11, the culmination of the North-South struggle and the activities of the willful king. Michael stands up. In prophetic imagery, standing often signifies taking decisive action or assuming authority. Children of thy people. Michael's role is as a protector of Israel, but the phrasing allows for both ethnic and spiritual interpretations, such as never was since there was a nation. This echoes Jesus' later statement in Matthew 24:21 about the Great Tribulation. The language suggests a climactic crisis greater than any previous national or global upheaval. Interpretation: literal, an unprecedented political or military crisis. Esoteric, an archetypal testing period in the collective human cycle, mirrored in personal spiritual crises. Does Michael's stand initiate the time of trouble, or does he rise in response to it? The text continues, "And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book, and many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake." Likely refers to a heavenly register, an image common in Jewish apocalyptic literature, Yosef with this book of life. Deliverance is conditional upon being found written, implies selection, not universal rescue. Physical resurrection at the end of the age. Awakening of consciousness, those asleep in spiritual ignorance rising into awareness. Dual outcome, some to everlasting life and some to shame and everlasting contempt. Suggests a bifurcation of destinies following the awakening. Is this resurrection a single event, or does it unfold in phases, personal and collective? Verse 3, "And they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever." Wisdom here is not mere intellectual knowledge, but insight aligned with the divine pattern. Shining is a metaphor for influence, radiance, and eternal recognition. Similar imagery appears in Matthew 13:43. "The righteous will shine like the sun." The shining may refer to the restored human form in its glorified state, or to the soul's unshadowed presence in higher realms. If shining is tied to turning others toward righteousness, what happens to those whose influence misleads? Verse 4 commands Daniel, "Shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end." Not all revealed knowledge is meant for immediate dissemination. The time of the end implies a period when the sealed contents will be unsealed, possibly when the conditions for understanding are met. Literal, increased travel and spread of information. Restlessness in pursuit of truth with bursts of revelation in the appointed time. Is the unsealing a single moment in history, or is it happening gradually through many small unveilings? Daniel sees two others standing on either side of a river and one clothed in linen above the waters. Waters often symbolize the flow of time or nations. Standing above the waters implies authority over the flow. How long shall it be to the end of these wonders? A time, times and a half, commonly read as 3.5 years, echoing other apocalyptic periods, see Revelation 12 and 14. Does this period belong to a specific historic event, or is it a repeating archetypal pattern of trial? Verses 11-12. From the removal of the daily sacrifice and the setting up of the abomination that makes desolate 1,190 days. Blessed is he who waits and reaches 1,235 days. Specific day counts from concrete historical events. The difference between 1,290 and 1,235, a period of 45 days, may symbolize a final phase of purification or preparation. Why is the one who reaches 1,335 called blessed? What occurs in that final stretch? Verse 13. But go thou thy way till the end be, for thou shalt rest, and stand in thy lot at the end of the days. Daniel is told to rest. His role is complete. Stand in thy lot suggests an assigned portion or destiny, both reward and responsibility in the age to come. Open loop. What is Daniel's lot? And does it have implications for the role of prophets in the final age? Understand cycles of testing. Times of trouble are integral to the refining process, individually and collectively. Preserve what must ripen. Some insights are not for immediate use. Timing matters in revelation. Endurance matters. The blessing tied to 1,925 days suggests perseverance beyond the expected endpoints. Shine by influence, turning others toward alignment amplifies your lasting impact. The exact nature of the resurrection, literal or layered, remains unresolved. The full contents of the sealed book are still hidden. The purpose of the 45-day extension between 290 and 1,335 days remains unknown. The identity and role of Daniel's lot will carry us forward into cross-prophetic connections in episode 6. The book remains sealed, but not forever. Episode 6 will open the connections between Daniel's visions and parallel prophecies in other ancient texts, revealing patterns that converge on the same endpoint. Subscribe, add your thoughts in the comments, and prepare for the next unveiling.